Oh shit, what's up, dudes? We are back with another episode of Aliens on the Border. And yes, I am once again alone. Roger still has coronavirus, sadly. Anyways, strap yourselves in and let's go.
Aliens on the Border.
The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found.
Faster than light, spaceship of the future.
Our direction of the President of the United States, stay in your home.
Is it human or inhuman? Earthly or unearthly?
Born in that swirling inferno of radioactive dust, there is no word to describe them.
We may be witnesses to a biblical prophecy come true.
Why is it that we usually ignore the fourth dimension?
Is this the human race of the future?
Aliens on the Border.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's 4:20, and I am not high because I don't really smoke weed anymore. But if you're out there listening and you own a dispensary of any sorts, we're looking for you. We're looking at you for sponsorships. Give us some edibles. We'll take them, and we'll talk some shit on these microphones because we love it. But yeah, if you guys are watching this, it's probably Thursday already. So happy belated 420. And still smoke, dude, because who fucking cares whether it's 420 or not? If you're going to smoke, you're going to fucking smoke. So last week, we kind of promoted the mic drop because myself and Mario Valdez, shout out to Mario, we hosted, and goddamn, was that a shit show that I did not see coming. You know, the crowd was very light, unfortunately, and it just so happened that on the only mic drop that I've hosted since post-COVID, just so happened to fucking be it wasn't even a flop because it was still fun, but it wasn't as jam-packed as we're used to for any reason or another. You know, and I honestly, I thought that, you know, with like the whole Holy Weekend type of shit going on, I thought that it would have pushed out a lot of people to the mic drop that week or last week on Thursday. But nevertheless, it was fun though. And I know I mentioned this in the last episode, but I'm trying to like really just kind of dial it in a little bit more with comedy and whatnot. So it was a good opportunity to kind of, you know, sharpen your teeth or whatever the fuck however the fuck the saying goes. And we had an unexpected professional comic drop in. Shout out to Ponchi Herrera. He got us a couple of rounds, and then not all the comedians on the sign up list showed up. We had a couple of newbies. Well, one dude, it was like his second or third time, and then this other dude, which happened to be that first guy's brother, also signed up for his first time. And like I mentioned, the crowd was kind of light. You know, I hosted the first half, and it was interesting to say the least. One of my high school teachers was in the audience. My geometry teacher from my freshman year and Algebra 1 teacher for sophomore year. Shout out to Ms. You know who you are. I'm not going to say her name, but she was there with her mans, and that was pretty much the entire audience plus the comics and then maybe like 4 or 5 other people, which is, again, crazy. Like, if you guys have never been to the mic drop, it's one of the most poppin' open mics in Laredo, I would say, if not the most, just because it's at a badass spot at Cultura. The venue is always, you know, pretty well known for doing a bunch of different events and whatnot. Shout out to 4DF as well. But in any case, yeah, like it was a weird experience. You know, I ate shit, I want to say, but it was really fun either way. Like, everyone kind of ate shit that night. And then we wrapped, like, we had like 8 fucking comics versus 12, what we normally have. So we wrapped pretty fucking early, and then Bunchy was like, you know what, we should do like another round, you know, just lightning round, 5 minutes, everybody, and see what happens. Because there was literally nobody else in the audience anymore. It was literally just all the comics, and I think like one couple that hung out. So I was like, fuck it, I'm super down. Let's do this. Let's do this shit. And I went up first again, and you know, I did some shit that I kind of just freestyled on the fly there, but some of it was written, some of it wasn't. I don't know. In general, though, I'm pretty excited to hear that there's another mic that's going to be opening on the Thursdays that the mic drop isn't happening, which is going to be at AJ's. So that should be fun. Shout out to Steven Sosa for hooking that up. Yeah, if you guys are wondering where I'm at, I'm actually at Guru Cat's central studio, production studio, what have you. You can kind of see the TV in the back and whatnot. And we're in the process of moving into our spot at Calle Ocho, Hype and Hobbies. So, we're out here trying to get furniture and whatnot and have that ready. So by the time that our next episode drops, we'll probably likely be both hosts back on the show, given that Roger finally fucking tests negative, and B, we'll be at our new studio, like our Aliens on the Border podcast studio at Calle Ocho Hype and Hobbies. Come on through and whatnot and hang out. But a lot of weird, interesting shit has been going on over the past week, I think, at least in my life. I realized in the last episode I was somewhat telling a spoopy story of what happened to me at Marlene's house, but I never really got around to finishing it. In short, I kept having like these weird dreams and hearing objects and whatnot like clattering around the house, and for any reason or another, I couldn't really get a good night's rest. Albeit, to be fair, I was, fucking nose deep in cat hair, because Marlene's bed was full of fucking cat hair and, fucking allergies and whatnot. So that maybe contributed to it. But I don't know. It was like such a weird vibe. But do you guys have a bunch of vivid dreams? I feel like the longer that I've been off of like smoking, and I'm going to get into like just weed and shit just because it's 420 or whatever. But I got some things that I wanted to hit on that note. But yeah, like, vivid dreams, man, like they're crazy. I get them very, very, very frequently now, and I wouldn't as much when I was an avid pot smoker. I think that for any reason or another, like now I have like a super overactive imagination in my dreams, and I keep having like these fucking random ass weird dreams, and it's pretty trippy. Like, one of the things that I want to try is like get really fucking blasted and then see what happens if that changes the way I have dreams. Like, for me, normally if I'm stoned, and again, I'm very infrequently like consume any sort of weed. So whenever I feel stoned, like, it does accentuate the vividness of the dream. But when I was very much, like fucking smoking blunts every day and shit, it was more muted, I think. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm sure it has to do a lot with like brain chemistry and all the cannabinoids that are in your brain or whatever the fuck. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, man, like what I want to do is just maybe take like a fucking 1,000 milligram edible, and just see what happens, write it out. I was saying this the other day, or actually earlier today at the barbershop. I was talking to Sammy the House. I ran into him because I was getting a haircut. Shout out to Sammy and shout out to Daisy. Shout out to Libertad Classic Barbershop, dude. Great cuts. If you guys need to go get hooked up, I finally look like a decent human being and not like a fucking homeless piece of shit. Thank God. Yeah, so we were talking about weed, again, 420, right? So what I was saying is mentioning that I don't feel like I have like a happy medium anymore. Like, I either very like lightly dip my toe into the pool to test the waters, or I jump off the deep end and I'm like, fuck it, give me all the edibles in the world. And sometimes I feel like that is the best thing to do, is to just go for it and see where the fuck the trip even takes you. And I remember the very first time that I had any sort of like a marijuana edible, I was in high school. And I had like this giant a homie of mine pulled up to, I forgot whatever class I was in, and they were like, yo, check out this giant weed muffin. And it was literally like a big old chocolate muffin with chocolate chips inside of it, like the Otis Spunkenmeyer ones. I think that's what they're fucking called. Look them up. I don't know. Those giant ass muffins. And my homie was like, it was Picasso, by the way. Picasso was like, dude, check this out. And so, boom, big ass fucking marijuana infused giant Otis Spunkenmeyer double chocolate chip muffin in my hand. And he was like, I'm giving you half. So he gave me half. It tasted great. It tasted like chocolate, but then it tasted like weed, like that herbal taste. And I ate it. Now, this was the class I was in before I would go to my lunch back in high school. So I was like, all right, boom, eat it at the beginning of class. You know, it's like an hour or an hour and 30 minutes, however fucking long it is. There I am trying to like learn networking. It was a networking class, networking as in like computer networking and shit. And there I am like, whoa, this shit like never hit or whatever. Bell rings. And then I put my headphones on to like walk from class to the cafeteria or whatever. I turn Kid Cudi on, and as soon as I get up to like walk out of the classroom, just poof, I'm in the fucking Matrix, dude. And it was so fucking crazy. I couldn't not act high, and I still had to go to one more class after this. And our teacher knew, dude, like hard fucking core. I was just super fucking like red eyes, just tiny as fuck, and I was like laughing and shit. And then like she was really cool though. She was super cool. She was an English teacher, and we had that class with like it would run concurrently with like the local college here. And so we would go on some days, we would go to take like an English 1301 course or some shit like that. And on the other days, we were at campus at high school just working on whatever work they gave us, right? And she was fucking cool. She was really cool. I forgot her name, but she was super cool. And like, she was very like laid back. And she was like, oh my God, you're high, aren't you? And 420 was like, I guess during the middle of the fucking week, obviously, we was stoned at school. But she was like, Josh. And I turned around like, yeah. Like just fucking super blitzed, face super red, eyes red as the devil's dick, right? And she was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. Like just classic like super stoner response. And she was like, oh my God, are you stoned? And then I started laughing and I was like, no, I'm not stoned or whatever. And she like pulls me out of class and shit, and she talks to me. She's like, hey, for real, are you okay? And like, I'm like, no, I'm good, like trying to play it off and shit. She's like, you're really stoned, aren't you? And I was like, it's 420, dude. And dude, she like, you gotta understand, the high school I went to, you know, people were getting fucking arrested and shit for having weed on them and a bunch of other substances, because surprise, surprise, I kind of went to a ghetto high school deep in the heart of South Texas in Laredo. And anyway, so she was like, this is the fucking last class of the day. I'm not gonna say shit, just shut the fuck up and don't be obvious and chill in the back and work on your shit. Luckily for me, you know, it was just like writing out some sort of essay for whatever the fuck and all that bullshit. So all I did was like listen to music and pretend to fucking write as I sat there just feeling the rotation of the earth gripped to my fucking desk, just, oh fuck, flying through space and time and shit. Those are fun times. And then fast forward to the second time that I had edibles. This is a funny story. It's like, it was right after I graduated high school in the summer. I was in a band at the time with Justin White from Dos Leones and the TWP, Toilet Water Podcast, shout out. We were in a band together with another friend of ours, and we would record at my brother's home studio there in my mom's house in what is now, whatever. Point is, we would record there, right? So we were like, oh, fuck. And we made like this 4 or 5 song little EP. We were like this hardcore band or whatever the fuck that, we never, I don't remember if we settled on a name or not, but I totally wanted to be called, Echoes in the Silence. Ooh, edgy, fucking Echoes in the Silence, bruh. And so we recorded like a 4 or 5 song EP. Coincidentally, once we finished with that, it sounded like ass, by the way. The production was fucking horrible. Recording the drums just like directly onto microphones and shit. We were amateur hour as fuck. And whatever, we recorded all that. We put together a 4 or 5 song EP. my whole family was going to Vegas, and they were like, "Do you want to come?" And I was like, "I'm not 21, so no, I'm gonna stay home." Ulterior motives: everyone's gonna leave. I'm gonna throw house parties first of all, and we're gonna get higher than a motherfucker. So there we are. And at this point in time in history, it was like the golden days of buying what we refer to as Reggie. So we would get like hella fucking weed for cheap, and it was all like really good weed. I'm guessing the cartels in Mexico were very stable, and they were like, let's make sure these Americans get their popcorn or whatever. Like, it was back in the day where you can buy Reggie and it was like purple, or it was like fucking lime green, it's got no seeds and shit. So we bought, I think, maybe like 2 ounces of some super green, no seeds, like, or minimal seeds, like amazing weed. And I was like, Google Master, how do we make pop brownies? There was 2 recipes, and I chose the one that was the quickest, which is, you know, cooking the wheat. All of this is allegedly, by the way. So can't fucking fuck you, Texas, with your bullshit laws. Anyways, so I took about one ounce of weed, ground it all up in a blender, poured it onto a pan with cooking oil, cooked that shit out, strained that bitch, and then we had canna oil. And we made 2 giant batches of brownies. And of course, we didn't just settle for fucking regular ass brownies. We put the brownie batter with like mini Reese's cups and I don't know what the fuck else in there. Popped that bitch in the oven. Bam, they came out. Perfect. And then called all our friends. We're like, guys, we're going to do a little get together at the crib. BYOB, there will be pop brownies, and come and check out our EP. So all the friends come over and all this shit, and nobody really wanted to ingest the pop brownies, so it was just like me and 2 other homies that were like, fuck it, pop brownies, and Justin and a couple of other friends that were like, fuck it, dude, pop brownies. And oh my fucking god, I think we made like 2 dozen, and I shit you not, I probably ate like 7 of those motherfuckers. And it was crazy because like through the night where we had the actual get together, I fucking ate, I don't know, like maybe 1, and I got hungrier, and I was like, fuck, I don't feel like making anything to eat. Ooh, brownie. Boom. Just get even more and more stoned. And at a certain point, I just felt like the crushing weight of all the weed that I had ingested. And of course, we were dumb, so we were still like rolling up blunts and shit, or smoking out of a bong or something, I'm sure. And Jesus Christ, I just got annihilated that whole night. And then we finally, like, once everyone was there, we're like, all right, guys, we're going to play our we're going to play our EP for y'all. And so, boom, here we go. We play this shit, and it's just absolute garbage. I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought it was the shit. It was fucking badass. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm fucking playing guitar or whatever. But, they were just like, all right, is this it? Just so unenthusiastic as fuck from the whole thing. And that's when I learned, like, oh shit, maybe we suck. But it's like, in my mind, I was just like so stoned that it just sounded amazing. I was like, dude, we're gonna fucking be next, we're gonna go on tour, we're gonna fucking be rock stars. And didn't fucking happen. Shortly thereafter, I gave up playing guitar completely. And dude, that was the second time that I had edibles. It's just so stupid. Fuck, man. I'm still, if you guys can tell, I'm a little like congested and shit. Not because I've got the coronavirus or anything, or the fucking Rona, Rone. No, it's just, whenever springtime rolls around, dude, I get these dumbass allergies, and they suck like so fucking hard. I can't even right now. Like, it's been, oh my god, that automatically reminds me of the time that I went to Denver, and it was a combination of just being at a different elevation that made my mouth dry, plus all of the fucking foliage around there. They have like actual trees and shit, not like South Texas where everything's a fucking mesquite. So they had like all of these trees, and it was mid-April or early April. So, spring was high noon, just all this shit pollinating and whatnot. And the perfect combination of too much marijuana, cotton mouth, plus allergies. And I just had infinite cotton mouth for the entire week that we spent there. Don't get me wrong. I still managed to have a good time. I was pretty blasted on a daily basis, but also it was fucking horrible, dude. Like, I would be chugging down water at the Airbnb that we had. And all right, guys, if you guys love this episode, please make sure you support our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by Guru Cats. It's a book series that's being developed into an animated series. They're dropping NFTs. They're dropping music. Details the story of 9 feline humanoids that saved their planet from the evil queen Kiva. Go to website gurucats.com. Use promo code AOTB for 10% off anything in the store, from the audiobook to caps to hoodies, T-shirts, everything that's in the store. That promo code is AOTB. Make sure you follow them on social media, on Instagram at GuruCats, and it's GURUCATZ. That's gurucats.com, GURUCATZ.com. Use promo code AOTB for 10% off anything in the entire store. This episode is also brought to you by Porvida Tattoos, open all the way back in 2014. If you want to get your first ink, or if you already have a bunch of tattoos and you want to get more tattoos, that's the place to fucking go. Go to porvidacs.com to book your appointment now. Let them know we sent you. Supporting our sponsors helps keep us alive and helps expand our production and bring you better shit. So again, go to porvidacs.com. Tell them we sent you. Book your appointment now. And also follow them on Instagram at Porvida Tattoos. That's at Porvida Tattoos on Instagram. Go show some love.
Hey, also show some love to our other sponsor, Consafos Print Co. They have hand printed T-shirts, amazing quality. They have stickers, they have pins, they have keychains. Make sure you check out their store at consafosprintco.com and follow them at CS Print Co as well. I personally own some of their own shirts.
I'm wearing one of them right now.
Oh yeah, they have excellent print quality. They're super comfortable, and they last long as shit. Actually,
they really do. Just got my hands on the Boys Don't Cry and No Pasa Nada one.
My favorite one is the Boys Don't Cry one. Make sure you check it out. Go and check it out again on consafosprintco.com or follow them on IG at CS Print Co.
This episode is also brought to you by the Porvida International Tattoo Fest. That's happening from April 22nd to 24th. All ages are welcome. We got tacos, we got beer, we got tattoos. It's going to be happening at the Webb County Pavilion. It's hosted by Gabe Rodriguez and Porvida Tattoos. If you want to get passes, you want to figure out how you can get access to this, go directly to the Porvida Tattoo Shop or go to the website, porvidatattoofest.com. They've got $15 at the door, so you can pay at the event, or you can get a weekend pass for $25 if you go directly to the shop. Follow the Tattoo Fest on Instagram at Porvida Tattoo Fest. And again, they've got tacos, they've got beers, tattoos, tattoo artists from all over the fucking world. We're going to be there. Well, I know I'm going to be there. You have a show, though, right?
Go.
Just go. Whatever. Go. Do you love anime?
Do you like shoes?
Because if you do, make sure you go and check out Gaiocho Hype and Hobbies. They have a website, gaiochohype.com. They got shoes. They got anime collectibles, trading card game things. I'm talking Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Funko Pops. They've got some fucking dope-ass Naruto ones that I'm trying to buy. They have everything, dude. They've got amazing sneakers. I know you were trying to get your hands on some
Yeah,
dunks,
I've been
right?
trying to get some dunks, and then let you know this place is the place to go get them. You can go and check them out on 1003 Garfield Street here at Laredo, Texas. They're open Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. and Saturdays they're open from 5 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Make sure you check out their website, gaiochohype.com, and use your discount code AOTB,
and you get 10% off anything in the entire store online. Again, from shoes to anime collectibles to trading cards. They also host Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments every Saturday.
Make sure you go and check that out. You can follow their Facebook page at facebook.com/Gaie8. That's Gaie8, the number 8 apparel. Or you can follow their Instagram at Gaie8, spelled out CALLEOCHO, hype, HYPE.
Gaiocho Hype and Hobbies.
Yeah.
The best shop in town. I shit you not. Like, I could be chugging a cup of water. I wouldn't feel it going down my fucking throat. It was the most, that's what she said. It was the fucking craziest thing ever. And there I was, my dumbass never thought to buy a chapstick or anything like that. I was just like, dude, I feel like fucking SpongeBob out of water. That's what the fuck it felt like, man. And it was never ending. Trying to, not only that, I was like, so it was myself, the Mank, Allosaurus Rex, Ronald, and his then girlfriend, now wife. And I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying these names, but who gives a shit? Like, whatever. I'm sure I've told this story several times before. But the Airbnb had, I don't know how many fucking rooms. Point is, I ended up being the only one without a room. So I had to sleep on the couch. And it was fucking horrible. Like, it was not the best experience. It was uncomfortable. Infinite cotton mouth. I was like, God damn it. What the fuck? Also, I need to revisit Denver, man. I feel like what's the word I'm looking for? Or phrase. I don't know. I wasted the entire time I was there just because I was like, we're going to every dispensary. We're going to the best dispensary, and we're going to get edibles, and we're going to get weed, and then we're going to do shit. And to be fair, in my defense, I was functional enough, or not even functional, barely functional. I was barely a fucking human being. I was holding on to my body for fear that I might fly off into the astral plane the entire time we were there. But I was so willing to just go and do shit. We walked around downtown Denver, went to this like one sightseeing place that looks like the bow of a ship, I guess. We tried to go to a museum. We got there and they were like, you guys want to fucking pay like $30 or whatever the admission thing is for like 5 minutes? And we were like, no, we definitely don't. Never mind. So we got the fuck out of there. We went to some breweries. We went to this one sushi restaurant. Point is, I wanted to go and like hike a mountain or some shit, but motherfuckers was way too stoned. We spent not that I had a bad time. Again, I had an absolutely great time. Even if we spent a solid 40 to 50% of the time playing ping pong in the Airbnb basement while we were drunk as shit. Did I have a great time? Yes. Would I do it again? Yes. But I would also involve a little bit of like hiking. And we would literally walk out of our Airbnb in the Rockies. The beautiful Rockies were on over yonder. You can just see a badass view of like, come hike me, bitch. And we were just caught in a slurry of good weed and crazy edibles. Yeah, you know what? The edibles weren't all that. I'm not even going to lie. This was like, there was no Stars of Death anymore or anything like that. And all they had were like these shitty different types of candies that were like 10 milligrams per thing. So you would get like 100 milligram chocolate bar. But who the fuck wants to eat like a giant Hershey-sized chocolate bar bullshit? Just to, like I was like, no. And then there was like this one restaurant that was like, we make our marijuana or pizza marijuana infused. And I was like, yo, we're fucking going there. Got shut down. And then I was like, well, I don't hear you guys suggesting shit. So yeah, we ended up playing ping pong or fucking table tennis, whatever you want to call it, for the majority of the time. Don't get me wrong. It was an absolutely great time. Was I holding on to the floor because I thought I would fly off the face of the planet? Maybe on a couple of occasions. Did I survive? Yes. Or maybe I didn't, and I'm in a coma on the floor in Denver, and this is all some sort of crazy weed overdose dream. I don't know. Who knows? Simulation theory. Nothing is real. Your reality is all a suggestion. And yeah, dude. So shit. Since then, moved from there forward, just kind of marijuana took a back seat in my life, and just kind of been cruising along, enjoying life, being high off life. As stupid as that sounds, like it's real though. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of, I don't know. I kind of just would prefer to be not stoned for the most part. And even today, I kind of did want to go out and, grab an edible or something. And then excuse me, goddamn. Had some fucking coconut shrimp earlier. So shit, excuse me. No, so I did want to, do a little little edible, a little Eddie, maybe like a little pen or some shit. But at the same time, I'm a fucking dad. So I was like, you know what? My inner dad was like, stop being a piece of shit and just, get what you need to do done. And how long are we going? 25? Okay. So yeah, man, happy 420 at home. If you partake, I know a lot of my friends that still like smoke amazing weed, like dumb, like they'll just post stuff, and I'm just like, dude, that looks scary. Like that looks daunting. Like I don't know if I would want to even smoke that because it looks too pretty. In recent history, like I would buy like a good amount of weed, like maybe like a half ounce, or something like that, and I would just have it there, like. I wouldn't even smoke it. I would very rarely smoke it and just mostly like give it away. It'd be like friends of mine would be like, damn, dude, I feel like smoking or whatever. I'd be like, oh, dude, I have weed here. I'm not going to smoke it. You do it. And then like I was starting to kind of get into CBD, but then it just completely like fell off of my radar for any reason or another. And I recently did feel like overly stressed, like, so I bought like a little CBD pen, and that actually really fucking helped, to be honest. It was great. Like it was very relaxing. I think that really helped with like sleep and shit. Goddamn, I don't know. There's a bunch of movies that are out that I really want to watch. No, scratch that. I don't want to watch Morbius. I did not want to watch Sonic the Hedgehog #2. And I kind of wanted to watch the whatever Secrets of Dumbledore or whatever the fuck it's called. And I definitely do want to watch the Multiverse of Madness when it comes out in a couple of weeks. But also the so Morbius, I didn't want to watch because I fucking sat through a reduced condensed review that was essentially like, this movie is ass, which I kind of foresaw it being ass. I saw Venom, didn't see Venom 2. No, that's not true. Yeah. So I saw Venom. It was whatever. Venom 2 didn't look appealing. And then Morbius, I was kind of hyped at the beginning, but then I was like, it's fucking Jared Leto. Like, there has to be a ceiling for how good this is going to be. And I just had, all this, call me jaded or whatever, but all these preconceived notions of what it was going to be like. I wanted to give it a chance, but then this review that I watched was essentially like, all of your preconceived notions are correct, and this movie is fucking garbage. But at the same time, what am I doing? I need to watch this movie. Roger's already seen it, so I need to watch this movie. And you bet your bottom dollar we're going to shit on it together and go over everything that is wrong with this movie and maybe something that's right. I don't know. Who knows? Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Uninterested. Saw the first Sonic in bits and pieces, and maybe I'm not giving it its due diligence like required or necessary to like fully appreciate the first movie, but I was like, I don't give a fuck if they ever make any other of these movies ever again in my life. Give me the second part of Mortal Kombat and give me a better movie. That's where my mind was at, right? But yeah, so like I saw the first Sonic in bits and pieces. What really turned me off was the human character, not Dr. Egosaurus Rex or whatever the fuck, the other guy. I don't know why. I just don't like that guy in movies. I don't know what movie it is that I saw. I can't even tell you who the fuck this guy is. So maybe it's even me just imagining someone that it isn't. Point is, the human protagonist that is like, Sonic's homie or whatever the fuck in the movie, I just don't like that actor. So I was like, I'm not going to fucking watch this movie. Saw it in bits and pieces. It was like, whatever. I'm not balls deep into Sonic lore at all, like in any way, shape, or form. Don't get me wrong. Sonic was my shit back in the Dreamcast days. It was out there. I fucking wanted to play all the Sonic games that had like him and Knuckles and Shadow and fucking Tails. So like, I don't know the lore of the game. I just thought, I was like, oh, this is cool. Sonic goes Super Saiyan or whatever the fuck. And but I guess it didn't really have like that much of a nostalgic factor for me. So when they were like, dude, Sonic, and then they shat on what Sonic looked like so hard until they made it better. That was so good. Or maybe it was a fucking promotional stunt. Who knows? Point is, didn't really watch the first Sonic, but then Roger not only watches Morbius, but watches Sonic 2. And he's like, dude, unexpected good time. You should watch it. There's like a lot of good comedy and humor in it. And I was like, what? Really? Was not expecting that at all. And so, yeah, you bet your ass I will watch Sonic 2, and we will bring you a one whole episode devoted to these two movies and maybe even the Secrets of Dumbledore. But you can bet your sweet ass that we will bring you the Multiverse of Madness because, you know, Marvel's just killing it. And I recently rewatched No Way Home, and god damn it, it's a great movie. It's just such a good movie, and I really wish I could just go back into a theater and watch it again at the theater because it wasn't the same experience watching it at home. Not that it diminishes the movie in any way, shape, or form. I got to the part where Aunt May dies and utters the fucking Uncle Ben phrase and shit, and I was like, damn, this is just so fucking good. Like, god damn. And I really want to see where the fuck this next Spider-Man is going to go because, like, what? Like, nobody knows who the fuck this dude is anymore. And it was just such a good movie. But, yeah. So at some point in time, hopefully over the course of this following weekend, I will watch those 3 movies and we'll come back to bring you all of that shit. Once we're in the comfort of our own studio at Gallo Ocho Hype and Hobbies. This weekend we're gonna be out in San Antonio. Roger has a show, and I have to pick up some furniture for the studio. So we'll both be out there, hopefully shooting some content also for the Patreon. And we're going back to comedy again. Like, I really want to work. I've hosted one showcase, and this was before I'd maybe done like a handful of open mics at this point, and I got chosen by Aaron Suarez to host the Real Ones comedy showcase at Happy Hour Bar in downtown Laredo, and it was a really fun experience. Hosting is always like a fun thing for me because I feel like I don't have to do much, other than, and maybe it's like looking at it from like a bad host point of view, but just kind of, keep that energy up with the audience. And the lineup was decent. And here's a funny little tidbit, but that was actually the first time that my cousin Ivan, Spanish Evan, that's the show that he saw that inspired him to do comedy because, oh wait, I think we told this story in the last episode, so you probably heard that already. But point is, it was a good fucking time, man. I had a really good fucking time. I like hosting. Hopefully I get to host a couple of more of the mic drops, in the near future. And I really just want to give it the time of day to like scope some kind of just scope out material. Scope, like SELP, scope. I sound weird because of my voice right now, but that's what I'm trying to say. But goddamn, like I really just want to. I'm trying to find what the fuck is like my thing. I don't know, or not my thing, but I've just done. Go to the open mics and then you'll see what I'm saying with the shit that I will talk about there. And I find it funny, but sometimes other people don't. And that's even funnier because nothing like a good fucking bomb. But nevertheless, I just genuinely want to try to like work my ass off to come on to showcases and shit like that, but be legit, I got a compliment at the open mic, even though I felt like it was horrible, albeit the person that complimented me was like super, super inebriated or drunk. So I don't know how much that fucking counts, but yeah, man, like point is I'm just really trying to hone it in and just get better at the comedy stuff. And so this is potentially episode number 199. So episode 200 is going to be something that's going to be a little bit different, just to give you guys an idea. And in this transitionary period, as we move into our new studio and get all of that set up and shit, I want to give you guys a full heads up. We're going to try to backlog as many of these episodes that we can so we don't miss out a week with you guys. But, we'll keep you guys posted as to whether or not we need to skip a week here and there, because we really wanted to do something special for episode 200, not just another episode or whatever. Episode 100, which has been continuously gaining traction since we came back, if you guys go back and listen to it, is a fucking banger. It's a banger. We had Rick Matamoros on. There were edibles in the room. Picasso, myself, and Roger. It was a great, great episode if you ever just want to really fly off the rails and get into a whole bunch of shit. And today I was planning on doing exactly that. Like, I wanted to get into like some 420 conspiracy theories, but I was like, nah, man. Let's just be straight up. Let's just be real. Let's have a nice conversation for a second and just talk about what's been going on over the past couple of weeks and what's going on with Aliens on the Border in current time. Our website is up, aliensontheborder.com. Go check it out there. It's we have all our episodes there, or all the latest episodes there, our Instagram feed, everything that's related to us, it's all on there. So go check out our website. It's aliensontheborder.com. And subscribe to like our newsletter and stuff, just to make sure that you stay up to date with like merch drops and everything. I think we kind of inadvertently landed on a second stickers or a new sticker merch thing, which was like the best conspiracy boy with a little the dog with the tinfoil hat. So maybe we'll go down that. We'll pull up on that. But we're really trying to. I'm the fucking absolute worst when it comes to making merch and shit. So we've hired outside resources. Hold on, I need to really drink water because fuck this. We've hired some outside resources, aka Marlene from That's Just My Opinion, to help us with the merch. Because if you guys didn't know, TJMO had some fucking fire merch, and I've several times I've worn their hats. To open mics on different episodes and shit. So we're kind of coming together to put our brains together and make some shit, because I feel like there is so much potential behind the shit that we've been saying. Roger and I kind of wanted to do the Text Your X t-shirts with just like a simple like iPhone bubble and Text Your X in the middle, just because that was fun, and we kind of ran with that for a bit. But then we do a horrible job of continuously saying that. So if you guys have any merch ideas, submit them, comment them, send them to us, DM them to us on our Instagram or whatever, our email. And I don't know, what else has been going on? What else has been going on these past week or so? Fucking happy belated Jesus Bunny Easter thing. I had a nice little grill cookout. Some steaks and shit. I hope y'all had a good weekend. It was really laid back and chill, nothing over the top. That was about it. Like, I fucking been just trying to bring everything together as we move into our studio. That's mostly what I've been focusing on. That, and of course, writing, and that's basically it. I don't have much else to give you guys as of right now. And on that note, we're hitting this wrapping point here. So what I want to leave you guys with is, of course, 4DF is right around the corner once again. It's going to be the first the first Friday in May, which is, I think, May the 6th. I'm not sure. I'm sure I'll correct myself and put it right here what day it'll be. But it's still a Cultura Beer Garden, first Friday of the month, upstairs venue. We haven't landed on a date just yet. Roger has fucking coronavirus, so we've been a little bit on the back burner as far as like everything is concerned. But yeah, man, the 4DF is coming up. The mic drop, I don't know, every other week or whatever, semi-monthly every other week. So not this Thursday when you see it, but next Thursday. Open mic at Cultura. The mic drop. Follow them at the mic drop 956. Go to Roger's Instagram page at shbabysokay. for all the dates, because I know he has a date coming up in this weekend. If you're watching this like when it drops, which is Thursday, this weekend in San Antonio, Dub XL Comedy hosted by Fred Madrigal, co-headlining Drew Blue and Roger Ramirez or Rogelio Ramirez, whatever. So go check out his Instagram and make sure that you, if you're in San Antonio, or if you just want to go and show some love, get some tickets. And as far as me, just follow our podcast. You know, follow AOTB Cast on Instagram. Go to our Patreon. There is that unreleased episode of the Batcast that is on Patreon. It's audio only, but it's on there. So if you guys want to go and check that out. Also, the last Patreon episode that we did, we fucking were, I don't even know what the fuck to call it right now, but it had some interesting pieces of information. If you want to know what Roger's porn preferences are, then go to our Patreon and listen to that episode. Aliensontheborder.com, just to stay up to date with everything that we're doing. And we will come back soon with episode 200. That'll be something a little bit different. And we've got a couple of great episodes that are already slated to get shot and everything. We're just really, I just need to pick up the furniture and put that bitch in the studio and get rolling. But yeah, I love you guys. And to finish off, shout out to our sponsors once more, Guru Cats. Go check out the website, gurucats.com, GURUCATZ.com. Use the promo code AOTB for 10% off the entire store.
Hey, and a huge shout out to PrintXPress, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs, from stickers to T-shirts and everything in between. Make sure you go to PrintXPressInc.com to fulfill all of your print needs. These guys did go ahead and print our stickers. They're excellent quality. We're in love with them. They're $3. Also, hit us up for your stickers. But shout out to them. Follow them on social media. You can find them on Facebook under PrintXPress. That's X, the number X, the letter X.
The letter X.
PrintXPress Laredo, or follow them on Instagram at PrintXPress.
And, of course, huge shout-out to MacSolutions, providing you with all your Mac support needs since 1992. Go to MacSolutions.com, and that's Mac-Solutions.com to get your services for anything related to your Mac or iOS device. Or you can call them at 956-SAD-MAX. That's 956-723-6227. Let them know that Aliens on the Board. Shit, I almost completely forgot. But huge shout out to all of our Patreons. Shout out to Peter, aka Pedro Valderas. Shout out to Alex Vasquez, kind of good, kind of trash on Twitch. Go ahead and follow him on there. Watch his streaming, mostly Call of Duty Warzone and stuff. So if you're into that type of shit, go check out his Twitch channel. Shout out to Marlene. Ooh, hey babe. She's the host of That's Just My Opinion, and she's also one of our patrons. Shout out to Monica. Shout out to Isaac. Shout out to Mr. Lemon, a.k.a. Landon Rivera. Shout out to... who am I missing? Let's see. Isaac, Alex, Marlene, Peter, Monica, and Landon. Shout out to all of you guys right now. We can't express how much it means to have you guys be a part of our Patreon and be our patrons. Thank you so much. And help us grow, guys. If you want access to some more shit, like random episodes, bonus episodes, we're going to... Oh, I totally mentioned this previously. So for episode 200, we're going to pilot Aliens in the Butter. But that's going to be a Patreon exclusive only. So we're going to give you the first one for free. But for the rest, you got to be a patron. And you can enjoy all of that. And then, of course, as we get closer to summer, we're also going to bring Nice by the Pool into existence. It's a brewery tour show that Roger and myself are going to get into, starting with Saludos Brewing here in Laredo. And then we're venturing there out after. But yeah, so... subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/AOTBcast, and huge shout out to all of the guys and girls that are our patrons right now. Marlene, check out That's Just My Opinion podcast. Peter, aka Pedro Valderas, or Pedro Valderas, aka Peter. Shout out to Isaac. Check out Isaac at open mics. He actually does comedy. Shout out to Alex Vasquez out in Austin. Follow his Twitch channel. Kind of good, kind of trash. Shout out to Monica, which we don't know who you are, but thank you so much for subscribing anyway. And also shout out to Landon out there in fucking Lockhart. We love you guys and we appreciate you so much. Goodbye.